Hey everyone, wanted to bring you kind of a nice 1886, Winchester 1886. Now if people know Winchester and Browning, Browning designed a whole bunch of different firearms, and the 1886 was one of the most popular in terms of the action, the ability to actually carry the 45-70 cartridge. Winchester came out with their 1873 in mainly pistol calibers to help on the frontier. People didn't have to carry larger cartridges with them. If they had a pistol in 44-40, they could also carry their 1873 in 44-40, 32-20, all different kinds of calibers. You can go to Wikipedia and see a little bit of information on all the different calibers they offered in the 1873. Winchester also came out with their 1876 model, which it was the same basic look as the 1873, but the 1876 was for higher powered cartridges, 45-70, 45-90, all different kinds of higher powered rifle rounds. And after that there's a few models in between the 76 and the 86, but the 86 design with the actual lever and the breech block and everything really allowed for the 45-70 cartridge to be fired out of a lever action, higher powered 45-70, things like that. And this particular model came out mid-80s. Browning came out with it. It's their high grade version. You can see it's engraved, has some bears on it, and a general mountain scene. It's hard to get it. This is a case where bright light doesn't help, but hopefully you can kind of get an idea of what the engraving is. And the stock is also absolutely beautiful on their high grades. They have choice wood. On the back here it has Browning model 1886, and if you know Winchesters, it would say, Winchester model, or I think it actually used to just say model 1886. Didn't even have the Winchester there. And these were produced, this is one of 3,000, so they produced 3,000 of these. On the side of the barrel, hopefully I can get some of the light here. It says Browning model 1886 caliber 45-70 gov't on the side of the barrel. On the top here is the one of 3,000 marking. And on the other side, if I can get it in here, Browning Arms Company, Morgan, Utah, and Montreal, and then there's Made in Japan. For a while these were made in Japan, and I don't know if Browning still makes a lot of their things in Japan. I think that manufacturing fell through later on, but again, the history, you can probably look it up online, see what the history is. On the side right after the receiver it says 45-70 gov't. It's stamped here. On the other side, the opposite, is engraved with some deer. Down at the bottom, down here, it's actually stamped with the engraver's initials, and it's got a saddle ring. The trigger is gold-plated trigger. And the action, as I was talking about, and you can find lots of videos on YouTube about the 1886 action, but whenever you drop the lever, this is hard to do on camera, you see the breech. There's actually a breech block here that comes up, and that allows you to fire higher powered cartridges without messing up the action or blowing the action out. And it's a really popular design. There you can see the bottom of the action. The blocks come straight through that part right there. And you see these at gun shows every so often. The 1 of 3,000 and the highly engraved models. Browning came out with a whole bunch of these back in the 80s. We have a couple other ones. There's, I think, the Model 71 and 348 Winchester, I think it is. That's just off the top of my head. Another high grade. Maybe I'll bring that on video at some point. But I love the 1886. I love 45-70. I just love this model rifle. I just thought I'd bring you the the high grade version, 1 of 3,000. Everyone can see what that looks like. I'm sure you've seen them at gun shows and maybe said, oh, that's pretty, but you know, what do you do with it? Can't exactly, well, I guess you can take it out to the woods and, you know, have a good time with it if you've got the funds to support shooting a 1 of 3,000 and a relatively expensive rifle. It's not super expensive, but you know, if you can afford it, hey, go ahead. It's a beautiful rifle, but this is one of those rare showpieces that, you know, you just don't shoot, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like to shoot just about everything I buy, everything I have. So these high-grade rifles are kind of the rare occasion where you purchase something just because it's really beautiful, it's a really nice model, and you get it for a good price and put it up into the collection and don't take it out. I think I also have a regular 1886. Maybe I'll put that on video at some point. But just wanted to bring you this one in case you haven't seen one up close. Feel free to comment, and thanks for watching.